My name is Connor Robertson. I'm joined here with my good friend Max Grisuk, who is a Polish citizen. And we are going to be discussing the issues taking place in Ukraine that have been happening over the past few months. This podcast will be looking to get the opinions and insights of someone who is much closer to the issue than me myself as a UK citizen. So, Max, as a Polish citizen who is much closer to the issue taking place in Ukraine, how has it affected you directly?
Well, the biggest probably for everyone out there is inflation, obviously. With the war coming, every single export has been just disbanded, especially since most of the stuff coming from Russia goes through Belarus or countries in between. For example, the first time this stuff started going bad, so to speak, there was a lot of issues at the border. A lot of Belarusian trucks couldn't get through, and there was lines forming for 50 kilometers at the time, and you could see it. I live currently 30 kilometers away from the Belarusian border, and it doesn't seem like much, but you would see a line of the trucks by the highway all the way to the city nearby, which is also 30 kilometers away from me. So 60 kilometers line of trucks, because the borders got bigger restrictions on them. Everything was controlled, and only a couple of trucks a day could have been let through. So that was probably the biggest thing you would see at the very beginning.
I see. And do you feel that Poland's media narrative in particular surrounding those sort of issues and also the conflict itself, do you feel it's been reporting accurately?
On what's been going on, yes, but only for a few first weeks, I would say.
So similar to a lot of other medias that have been sort of reporting on it.
Yeah, basically the first 2 weeks, everything would be said accurately, but after that, most of the official media stopped. And the only time you would get information is if you went to not government sponsored TV stations, radios, or honestly, the best way to get information would have been on social media through activists and journalists online that were on the front line and not just sitting back in our country.
Building on Poland's media narrative around all of this, what opinion do you have on Russia, given everything that Poland's media has presented to you?
Based on my own opinion and not necessarily the media, because the way media portrayed the war situation overall, and let's be honest, there is no way we could not interfere when there was 3 million Ukrainian immigrants coming, trying to flee the war. Based on the media, you would just not see anything. The media tries to stay as away from it as possible. They were just reporting what was happening currently. I think the war is unnecessary, and obviously it could have been avoided if not everything, and mostly the Russian president.
Absolutely. And just to conclude, what do you think the future holds for this issue?
Hopefully, the end of the war, or at least Russia pulling back because of the lack of resources, lack of army, and everything. So far, it's still going, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna stop anytime soon. As much as I hope for it, I hope Russia runs out of any resources available and just kind of pulls back. It won't be possible to stop it.
Thank you so much for your time.